What up, YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee. Welcome and welcome back to the channel. So I am back with another reaction video for you guys. Now, in this particular clip, this woman is saying that she believes that there are more deadbeat mothers than deadbeat fathers. So we're gonna hop into this video. Plus, they're also discussing how there are a lot of single mothers on TikTok begging every single day. And I want to talk about that. I want to talk about that and just give my thoughts on it. And I want you guys to respond, because we hear so much talk about these, you know, independent boss chicks who making all this money, who are calling men deadbeats and men are at the bottom of the barrel. You know, the whole spiel. Every single day we see women talking down on men, but it seems somewhat surprising that there are a lot of women on TikTok begging every day for money to take care of their kids and so on and so forth. So baby, we're gonna get into the video. Listen, before we hop right into it, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. It is free to subscribe. Share and like the video and turn on that notification bell to be notified when I upload new content. All right, so make sure you guys are doing that, and make sure you're continuing to support the channel in any way that you can. Let's get into the video. Let's get into it. Here we go.
I am convinced that there are more deadbeat mothers than there are deadbeat fathers, but nobody wants to talk about that. I see women all the time running with the narrative that men are just these deadbeats, don't want to take care of their children. Now, granted, some of that can be true, but let's also talk about the fact that there are deadbeat mothers. And let's be honest, just because you have custody of that child does not mean you're not a deadbeat mother. How many videos do you guys see online of women being inappropriate in front of their children, cursing in front of their children, drinking in front of their children, smoking in front of their children, hell, sending the children off with their grandmother, right? That is a deadbeat mother. But deadbeat mothers go underneath the radar. They go underneath the radar within the court system, and they go underneath the radar within society. And I'm 100% convinced that there are more deadbeat mothers than there are deadbeat fathers. And the reason for that being is because there's a lot of deadbeat mothers that doesn't thoroughly take care of their children the way a child's supposed to be taken care of, but they still have custody of that child. So you can't convince me otherwise.
She's absolutely right. No lies detected. I say this all the time. Women get a pat on the back, or they, you know, the focus is not on the women. They're always blaming the men. Men are dusties, men are deadbeats, men are this. The focus has always been on the men. So the women got a pass. So I've seen plenty of deadbeat mothers who beat their kids, abuse their kids, don't properly take care of their kids, but they still have custody of those children until those children grow up. And a lot of the relationships with the mothers and the children is usually strained. They usually grow up and don't want to have anything to do with their mothers because of the history. And that's something that they don't want to talk about, because it would take the focus solely off of the men, and then put some accountability on these women. And I just don't think that men should be absolved of their issues. I'm not saying don't hold the deadbeat fathers accountable, but we've got to hold the deadbeat mothers accountable. And this is what they don't want to do. They don't really want equality when it holds them accountable. And that's the part that is gone missing, and why so many of these women seem entitled and act the way they act and move the way they move, is because there's never any accountability when it comes to women. Women are so innocent and so great when we know a lot of them are not. But there's always excuses for a woman, but there's never any excuses for the man. The man has to be held accountable 100% of the time, and the women could just, you know, walk off and just do whatever they want to do and nothing happens. And I think that's a major problem, and it's causing a major problem for abuse in the homes when it comes to these women abusing the kids. We see a lot of cases where a lot of these children have been deleted by their, you know, crazy parents, their crazy mothers who had mental issues that were left unchecked. They weren't seeing a doctor. They weren't getting any help. And the children are the ones who end up suffering. So yeah, I know for a fact that there are a lot of unstable women out here who are raising children in these unstable environments, and nobody's really checking on those kids, and nobody really checking on her mental stability. And it's just going under the radar. While everybody's the man of this, the man of that, a lot of these women have issues too. And I think we have to start focusing on that, because there's a lot of things that are going on with these mothers who are unstable in these children's lives, and these children, that needs to be looked at. You just can't just act like, oh, men are the only ones who have issues and men are the only ones who have problems. Well, when a lot of these women have a lot of issues that they're just looking over. And there are a lot of cases like that where, a lot of these young children are suffering because nobody is focused on the mothers. When some of these fathers have wanted to get their kids from these unstable mothers, the courts still give the children to the mothers, and then something happens, and then it's just what it is. And so, yeah, I definitely do think that there are a lot of deadbeat mothers, but nobody is willing to focus on that because it would take the focus off of the men. And some reason they want to just blame men for everything. And I don't think men should be blamed for everything that goes wrong in parenting and relationships, because both parties play a part. It's not just one person. But let's continue.
The begging on this app done got crazy. And I'm going to tell you half of the reason why I won't donate to a lot of y'all or give you no money is because you be only telling us half of a story, right? You only get on here and tell us that you ain't got nowhere to stay, but you don't tell us why you don't have a place to stay, right? Mm-hmm. You don't tell us that you actually did have a place to stay, but you weren't following the rules of the person who was allowing you to stay at said place, and they put you out, right? You're not telling the story that everywhere you go, you seem to have a problem when somebody try to help you out because you think that you're gonna make your own rules under somebody else's roof, right? You don't tell us that part, and that's the reason why you don't have a steady place to stay, because you think that you gonna come into somebody else's household and run it, and then when they tell you that you can't, then you catch a little attitude and you want to cut your phone on and then film them putting you out, but you don't want to add the context of what it was that you actually did to get put out.
That's a common theme. That's all. There's never any context. This is why I say you can't really listen to these women. They know that they're going to get the sympathy points from other women. So they give you the salacious part to tug on your heartstrings and make you feel sorry for them so that you can donate or help them out. But they never really give you the full story. You see women who come on these apps on a daily basis and talk about their husbands, talk about what's going bad in their lives, and they start fake crying and start, try to put on these shenanigans to make you feel bad for them. But if you were to get the full story, you wouldn't feel sorry for a lot of them, because a lot of the things that they're going through, they're causing it themselves. And they know that they can go on social media because women automatically believe women and automatically take their side and raise money for them just based off of what they're saying without even ever questioning if what she's saying is the truth. Just automatically believe them. And then when you find out that they're lying, everybody looking stupid. Everybody looking stupid like, what? And you still be in denial that you just jumped and ran to your purse and ran online to give money to their what's the site that they get money on, the GoFundMe's, and just raise money for them just on GP. You never really investigate the story, never really think about maybe she's lying, maybe she's clout chasing. And then when you find out that they're lying, everybody just look dumb. Until next time. So this is why this whole idea of believe all women is dangerous, because a lot of these women, they know how to play the game, because they know a lot of y'all are just foolish enough to believe them and just take their word for it. You don't have to show any proof, evidence, or anything. Just take their word for it, because as women and anybody in this world, we all just supposed to believe whatever you say. We don't know you from a can of paint. We don't know if you a habitual liar. We don't know if you we don't know if you crazy. We don't know what is wrong with you. We don't know where your mental state is at. We don't know nothing about you. Why should we just believe you just because you crying? Like, come on, y'all gotta do better. Like, let's continue.
Y'all be putting people that y'all know, y'all family members, you be putting them on blast and showing us stuff that we don't need to know. You be showing us how dirty they keep a house. You be showing us that people in your family be on crack. Right? You showed your mama doing drugs, and then now that you and your mama back cool, you want the internet to forget that you showed us she a crackhead. No, it don't work like that. The internet does not work like that. We now know that your mama's a crackhead. So even though you and her got back on good terms, right, and you was just in the heat of the moment when you made that video, and now you want to argue with your comment section to defend your mama doing crack. No, it doesn't work like that. No take backs. A lot of y'all really need to put some thought into the stuff you be posting before you hit that button.
Right.
You need to figure out, is what I'm about to post going to hurt me in my real life? Is it going to jeopardize things that I have going on in my real life when I log off of this internet? For people who only see what I'm posting as entertainment and they laughing at me, not with me. Like, those same people who laughing at me, are they going to be there to help me when everything blow up because I did what I did with posting stuff online that I shouldn't have posted online? Really think about that. Really think about that. Because most of the people who laughing at you, they ain't going to be nowhere to be found when you have to close that phone and deal with your real reality.
Hey, y'all. So let me talk my shit real quick. I'm going to go ahead and say it because I know all you here and y'all just don't want to say nothing. Okay, the number of pregnant, homeless women I'm seeing, young girls, who already have kids and get on this platform and beg, I'm talking about sun up to sundown, is crazy work. If I do not have $75 or $175 or whatever the going rate is for a hotel, motel, Holiday Inn, you know what I'm a damn sure make sure I have? $2.99 for a box of condoms. If that's what they cost. Now, I'm a lesbian, so I don't know what a condom goes for, but I just know if I could not afford first, last, and security, I damn sure would make sure I could afford them condoms. And then, how come all the ones that I'm seeing look like me? I want somebody to tell y'all, I was just in one young lady's live. Now, let me explain to you. I can name 3 of them off the top of my head. So if you think this is about somebody in particular, then that's on you. And if you hear it and you're offended, a hit dog gonna holler every mother time. So let me say this. I was just on this young lady's live, and it's probably 200 people in there. And these 200 people is like, oh, it's so wonderful that you pregnant. Babies are a blessing, blah, blah, blah. It's such a wonderful thing. I'm going to need y'all to stop playing with people. Because you know what y'all doing watching her? Y'all not sitting in a hotel worried about how you going to pay for tomorrow's rent with a 5-year-old and another baby in your belly. Y'all make me sick in these comments. I'm really trying to figure out who's more fucked up. The dum-dum who sets their camera up and begs 25-8? Or those kids in the comments that are sending their hard-earned money not to their friends and family, but to somebody that they never met on the internet.
Right.
Is all of y'all cool? Zimnique, Taya Monet, Faith, whatever your name is, the one who was just tussling with.
Girl, is she naming the TikTokers? No, she didn't. Is she naming the people? Oh my God, this is crazy.
Sherelle. Oh, I'm so sick of seeing you hoes online. I'm tired of it. I want to see you at work. Let's do that. Let's do that. Every homeless, pregnant mother who is online begging, go live from work challenge. Let's do that. And don't you hoes get your bald-headed asses back on this live here on Beyonce's Good Internet until you are at your place of business, okay? Thank you very much.
If you could be on live for 8 hours a day begging for money, you can get your ass up and go to a temp agency, put in an application. You could go find a work from home where they send the equipment to you. I'm so tired of scrolling down my For You page and all I see is people begging and begging and begging. And it's the same.
8 hours is nasty work. I'm just saying. 8 hours online begging is just nasty work. That's no different from when you driving down the street and you see these homeless people begging with the signs all day. Like, you could go somewhere in the morning and say you go to work and you see them standing in the medium of the street with their signs from 8 in the morning. You go to work for 8 hours, come back, get off at 6 in the evening. They still out there. They be putting in that work. They be out there begging all day. So I guess this would be equivalent to that. Just sitting on TikTok, just begging all day, just begging any and everybody who will give you $1. So times are hard and I get it, but everybody got to figure it out. And you just can't always think that other people have extra to always give to somebody. People got to take care of their own families and their own lives. They don't always have extra to give to you because you sitting down and don't want to go get a job or don't want to do nothing productive and think that somebody owes you something. So once again, I always say it's a entitlement where you think people are just supposed to give you something just because you asked for it. And honestly, I think that government assistance and all that has created this narrative in these people's minds to where they think that somebody owed them something, that somebody's supposed to give them something because they're used to getting something without having to put in any work. But this is insane to me. Yeah, beg talk definitely needs to go. Let's continue.
Regulars, it's the same people. It's like no matter if you block them or what, they're still gonna pop up on your For You page. Everybody's struggling. Everybody's going through it, especially us Americans. Okay, I just came from California. You know how much they're paying in gas? They're paying like $7 for regular. I seen it with my own eyes. And you're asking those people for money? They're going through it too. Everybody has the same responsibilities that you do. Everybody got kids. Everybody got car payments. Everybody got rent, mortgage, house. Like everybody has it. Everybody. And I understand if you're going through an extenuating circumstance. I completely understand that. But this is your livelihood. Begging on TikTok is your livelihood. And I can't stand them creators that be like, our content, I just want people to support our content. You don't have content. Your content is you begging. Begging for money is not content. Make me laugh. Teach me something. Do a TikTok dance. Do a makeup tutorial. Do something. But constantly yelling at people. And then that's another thing too. They be cursing people out, calling people broke, telling people they crazy because people are expecting them to explain why they need the money, as they should. If you're asking for money from people, people are entitled to figure out as to why.
Right.
Like at the very least, battle people, entertain people. But you're over here just on live having the Cash App up, goal of 200 galaxies or some shit. Because it's crazy to me how you up here begging on this app for people to send you money, but your attitude is stank as hell. Make it make sense.
Entitled.
I just miss when TikTok was Corvette happened, like when we was over here literally just doing dances and vibing and having fun. And then when you call these people out for being scammers, or when you call these people out for constantly begging for money, but they can go and get their ass up and go find a job or create content. That's the thing too. You don't have to necessarily find a job. I make money off of TikTok. That's my job now. If you really want to make content, you can do that and make money from it. But they're not doing that though. I just miss when TikTok was lighthearted and fun. I just hate the way TikTok is now. Like beg talk is for the birds.
Exactly. And that's exactly what that's my perspective as well. Stop begging. Do something. And I was thinking too, if you on TikTok 8 hours a day, you need to find something to do that can entertain the masses as opposed to just begging and wanting people to give you money for nothing. That's why I say it's an entitlement. It's an entitlement in my mind. You want somebody to give you something for nothing. And then, like she said, then you have a nasty attitude because you expect them just to give it to you. You don't think that you have to put in. And that's a problem. So everybody else have to work. Everybody else have to go out and find a way to make a living to take care of themselves and their families. You do too. You're no exception. You're not better than everybody else where people just supposed to sit back and just send you money just because. No, that's an entitlement. And the sooner they understand that, the better they'll be. Because people are tired. These people are literally tired of these folks begging, so they're not going to give you money. You're going to have to get up and go get a job. And if you don't want to get a job, if you don't work, you don't eat. That's all I'm saying. So listen, what do you guys think about this video? Make sure you chime in the comments below. I want to hear your thoughts. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and you like the content. Hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload new content or go live. I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.